Let's pick up where we left off from our last Fruition Capital video on standard deal terms for debt financing and take a look at typical equity terms for small business acquisitions. As you will recall from our prior videos, this is the P&L for a sample target company. And in our example, the business is being acquired at a multiple of 4 times EBITDA, or $10 million. From our sources and uses table, we can see that this sample business acquisition has been approved to be funded with approximately 80% debt, including the seller's note. The buyer will then be responsible for providing roughly 20% of the needed capital, or $2 million in this case, to close the deal. This $2 million represents the equity portion of the transaction. The buyer could opt to provide all of this money independently and retain 100% ownership of the business, or go to outside investors to contribute capital in exchange for a piece of the business. A key point to understand in SMB transactions is that the amount of capital invested is not directly proportionate to the percentage ownership assigned. This is for several important reasons we will discuss. Nevertheless, a major appeal of entrepreneurship through acquisition is how much ownership of the business can be retained by the entrepreneur even after raising capital from outside investors. In our example, the entrepreneur is only committing 2.4% of the needed deal capital, but is retaining 70% equity ownership. How can this be possible, and why would outside investors accept these terms? Good questions. Allow me to explain. Entrepreneurs command majority equity ownership of the acquired company for several key reasons. Unlike traditional search funds, ETA entrepreneurs don't raise capital to fund the search phase. They bear the financial responsibility of all the direct expenses solely and personally, often foregoing any income during a full-time search. They also take on outsized financial risks by providing personal guarantees on the acquisition loans and often investing most, if not all, of their net worth in the deal. Additionally, the entrepreneur sources the deal, negotiates with brokers and owners, arranges debt financing, and last but not least, operates the business. Majority ownership also ensures that their interests align with the company's success, as they have the most to gain or lose based on the business's performance. While the equity deal terms are attractive for the entrepreneur, outside investors, like Fruition, also negotiate terms that make investing in SMB acquisitions very appealing and unique. Join me in part 2 of this video, and I will show you how.